What's going on, guys? It's Ricky. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Monday. I'm sure many of you guys have already heard the news, but today it sounds like the Trump administration has canceled a series of crucial economic reports. I don't really like this title. It says Trump cancels release of crucial economic reports to hide his failures. I don't know if all of them are canceled or actually just delayed. I just know that it's not a good look. You guys can let me know down in the comment section what you think. In my opinion, just release the reports, right? People are like, well, I don't think that they should be released because obviously with the government shutdown, it was the Democrats' fault. It was whoever's fault it was. The Federal Reserve made it very clear. And this is the part that I feel like the stock market is not digesting again, is that Jerome Powell said that if these crucial reports are not being reported and they don't have the necessary economic data that they need to make informed decisions, they will continue to pause. But Trump administration just canceled the job reports, the inflation reports, and the GDP report that were all supposed to be released this week. So I don't understand how the Federal Reserve, as of now, there's an 80% probability, according to this Fed rate monitor tool. The next FOMC rate decision is December 10th. Do you guys remember last week, it was like a 60% probability that they were going to pause. Now it's a nearly 80% probability that they're going to cut interest rates. So I want to see as we get closer to December 10th, if they still are, because again, markets are trying to recover based off of this sentiment because markets want there to be a rate cut. But at least to my understanding and many others' understanding, when we heard Jerome Powell say and gave the analogy, like driving in the rain, again, if you can't see, you proceed with caution. He used that analogy to talk about how they plan to pretty much, run our Federal Reserve when the government was shut down. And if there's no economic data to support a rate cut, they will not just blindly cut rates. Just wanted to make sure that you were aware. Again, I would not be surprised in the weeks that follow if things do begin to go back to being more bearish than bullish based off of the pre-assumed sentiment that, they're just going to cut rates. Also, I thought this was quite interesting. I'm going to be paying attention tomorrow to it. So it looks like there is a leak recording reveals that Campbell's executives shocking remarks about the soup's ingredient. We have SHIT for effing poor people. Who buys our, who cares? Who buys our shit? I don't buy Campbell products barely anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what the F's in it, bioengineered meat. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people are freaking out about. Bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. So supposedly this is coming from an exec over leaked footage of an ex-employee that is trying to sue Campbell. So I don't know how legit this all is. Nonetheless, it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't make me want to buy Campbell's. But with that being said, it's a publicly traded company. There is no negative reaction, at least not during overnight hours. It's pretty, fair in the way that it's trading. I have this pulled up on the week time frame. It's actually quite oversold. It hit highs. Looks like mid to late 2024 of $50 per share and is now trading at $30 per share, approaching previous support range of right around $25 to $26 per share. It's been a consistent descending pattern. It doesn't even look like a stock that I would care to buy. Its volume is relatively pretty low, and it's been on a nice little downturn. So just wanted to see, kind of talk about it today and see maybe the activity that begins to pick up tomorrow, if any. Maybe Wall Street just is like, we don't care what that person has to say. It's not going to impact the company. I just thought that I would share the news, and obviously it's a publicly traded company, so something to pay attention to. One thing that I do want to talk about is one of the positions that I had earlier today was my MSTR short. And with this MSTR short, did not go according to plan. Ended up running up to highs of 180. I actually didn't add more to it. It just during overnight hours ended up selling off, and then I closed out my trade. I made $256, but I was actually in the red. I was in the red like nearly $2,000 on MSTR. So when it began to retrace during extended hours, normally I would add more to it. But again, I don't like to really add more aggressively during extended hours. So as it got closer to my break-even price, I just closed out the short and left myself with my one lucky share. One of the main reasons that I was motivated to short MSTR is there's a lot of this going around. It says JP Morgan is trying to bankrupt MicroStrategy. They're shorting MSTR and dumping BTC to liquidate Michael Saylor. Watch out, another round of manipulation today. It says boycott JP Morgan. So crypto bros that are bag holding MSTR are so offended that they're trying to bankrupt MicroStrategy. Dude, MicroStrategy's been bankrupt. The only reason that it still exists today is because of you bag holders. It's true. Like Michael Saylor has you to thank for why his company has not gone to zero, because he borrows against your shares at 0% interest and uses that money to buy Bitcoin. It is the infinite money glitch for him. And what do? Well, you've lost 60% in the past few weeks, right? From highs of $462 to lows in 134 days, it's lost 60% of its value. No one is bankrupting MicroStrategy other than yourself. You are choosing to bag hold a stock that doesn't make any money. The business itself of MicroStrategy makes no money. That is not an opinion, it's a fact. And because Bitcoin is beginning to retrace, then yes, MicroStrategy is seeing a larger downturn. You can't be surprised. It's the position you put yourself in. Right? Michael Saylor's average price for Bitcoin is like 74, 76,000. So yeah, you're like 10% away from being break even after buying all that Bitcoin. What happens when MicroStrategy goes negative in their holdings? Probably a larger downturn. What if MicroStrategy enters a bear market, or the Bitcoin enters a bear market and really begins to sell off? Where do you think that puts MicroStrategy? No one is bankrupting MicroStrategy but MicroStrategy itself and the position they put themselves in. You can't want all of the good of Bitcoin skyrocketing 50%. Yes, we're winning. But then now that it's turning against you, oh, it's all your guys' fault. You have to reap what you sow, right? Like this is exactly what you are choosing to partake in. Bitcoin is known as a speculative asset. I don't even want to call it an asset, but we will for this video. And we all know, right? Like this only motivates me more to short the stock, which is why I shorted it, but I should have paid more attention to price action. It was an incredibly bullish day, and I should have not let the hope of MicroStrategy selling off to get ahead of me. So what I'm going to make sure that I focus on tomorrow is if NASDAQ does begin to sell off, or most importantly, if Bitcoin begins to sell off, to get ready and to short MicroStrategy as it sells off normally when Bitcoin retraces. If Bitcoin begins to pick up, then yeah, it gives MicroStrategy the environment and the condition to also begin to pick up. So again, I need to do a better job respecting the trend so I don't put myself in unfavorable positions where yeah, the downside potential was decent, but price action and direction were not in my favor. So therefore, it did not meet my criteria, and I should not have taken the trade. It should have been a cash day, to say the least, right? But nonetheless, wanted to make sure that I kept you guys up to date on both my green days that are big, my red days that are whatever. I was in the red, but fortunately, I was able to close it out during the extended hours. And let me tell you this, I am very excited to short MicroStrategy again. It says billionaire Max Kaiser warns JP Morgan's massive short could get liquidated and bankrupt if MicroStrategy pumps 50%. It's like crypto bros will say anything to hype people up. Like it's just laughable at this point. Right? There's a reason crypto's down 30%. There's a reason that MicroStrategy is down 60%, is that during uncertain times, no one wants to invest in speculative assets. It's just an outflow period. And that's all it is, right? It's when things are uncertain, when you are seeing that, hey, our government is not showing you job market reports, right? Inflation reports, GDP reports. There's some uncertainty there. Oh, the job market's not getting better. Inflation is beginning to pick up. All the red flags are there, but you continue to just fixate on such a small detail. Well, my Bitcoin isn't going up. Well, of course it's not, because no one wants to invest in a made-up coin that does nothing during an uncertain time, right? They want to focus on real assets. And It's always been like that. That's why these 4-year cycles is markets tend to have a really strong bull market, and speculative assets excel and perform very well during, bull markets, because there's the risk tolerance for that. But I feel like now people's risk tolerance and desire to be that risky is, a little bit more on the thin side. So nothing personal. It's no one that is against you. We're all here for the same reason, and it's to make money. So if you want to go long on MicroStrategy or on Bitcoin, you're an adult. You can do anything yourself. All I would encourage you to do is please be mindful of your leverage. It's one of the worst things that you can do if direction turns against you. And even though I don't like MicroStrategy, and I definitely don't like Bitcoin, it's a free market. So if you're going to invest or trade appropriately. And just please don't do it with leverage, because often it will only liquidate you sooner, especially with speculative assets. And I'm telling you this as someone that wants to short MicroStrategy. That's my personal opinion. I understand that some people might see value in it in some weird and obscure way, and I respect that. We're all wired in different ways. We all see value in different ways. That's the whole point of these free markets. So partake and invest and trade what you see value in. Just do it in a calculated way, and don't be like all those crypto bros that are super aggressive and then lose it all after a 10 or 20% retracement. Again, speculative assets are risky, but at least if you're not leveraged, you only lose the money that you actually have in and just the percent of that, versus getting fully liquidated and having no more money to continue to invest or trade in. So again, we talk a little bit more about this in detail in our LPP lesson library, and we trade live with our LPP team every morning. I intend to, if market conditions and criteria support it, I intend to short MicroStrategy tomorrow. And if you want to watch me do it live, it's going to be the second link in the description down below. I trade live every single morning. It's designed for complete beginners. And again, whenever you feel like you are ready, if that is something that you want to experience, second link down below, and I'll see you then. If not, again, hopefully that I earn your thumbs up. Maybe you can consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team, and a happy Monday.